Hey, what's going on, guys? So I haven't done a video like this in a little while, I know. There was a question in the Discord a long time ago I was going to make this video on, and I never really did. I was kind of hoping that the weather would get better so that kind of rhymes a little bit. But so I can stand out here, in my tank top looking like Tyler One or something and kind of just talk about it. So we had this question a while back from someone in the Discord. I don't know if I want to disclose his name or anything, unless he wants me to, but he was asking me, he said, Wes, what is the greatest source of influence in your positivity? And that's like a phenomenal question. I'm not gonna lie, that's probably one of the greatest questions I've ever received. And it really made me think and ponder, what is it truly in myself that makes me as positive as I am? Now, I will say when it comes to positivity, your thoughts are the greatest influence on your positivity. I will go ahead and throw that out there because your thoughts will dictate your words, will dictate your actions, will dictate your habits, will dictate your destiny or your character or whatever else you want to say. So your thoughts rule your life. Your strongest thoughts determine the direction of your life. So keep that in mind as well. So when it comes to positivity, a lot of it has to do with your thought life. Which permeates into every other aspect of your life, truly. But as far as the greatest influence, I think it's a matter of wisdom, discernment, and discipline in 3 different areas of my life. So the first one would probably be personal, sacred time. Disciplining myself every single morning to wake up and set a time block aside to go and develop myself, to get into prayer, to talk with God, or meditate, or things of that nature. I do pretty much all of those. I have a good mixture of things that I do. I like to journal in the morning. I like to read sometimes. I dig into the Word. I pray. I meditate. I actually do it outside now. I do it where this little chair is, and I have a little rocker over here. I'm not going to move the camera because I don't want to mess with it, but this is my little sacred space. So I come out here early in the morning with my coffee, and I kind of just ponder life and kind of celebrate what creation has to offer, what the earth has to offer, and I kind of just celebrate it and rejoice in that, and figure out where I'm going, plan my day as well. There's a lot of things. So I think having a set aside time for personal development in your day is a must. It is a necessary requirement for every single day to know what you're going to do that day. Plan your day before your day and plan your week before your week every single time. That will help you a lot. But as far as positivity is concerned, having that time to write your greatest and most profound thoughts on paper and make them plain so that you know what they are, you know where you're going, you can see what goals you're achieving and things of that nature, it really encourages you to celebrate even the small stuff. Celebrating even the small wins. They're still wins. When we celebrate those, it allows us to become more positive and celebrate even further victories so we can continue in that act of celebration. There's always something to celebrate, especially if you're watching this video, you have something to celebrate and be grateful for right now. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. If you're watching this, you have the internet. That's enough in and of itself. I have a shower that has hot water. I have this beautiful apartment complex where I can see the nature behind me. There's mountains around here. There's a river. I live by the Tennessee River. It's amazing. There's always stuff to be grateful for, always. And you really have to pay attention to those things because you will always find what you seek. So if your day you're going out and seeking the crap in your day, oh, I have to go to work today, oh, I have this meeting with this boss, oh, I have to do this interview. If you're looking at it that way, you will always find what you seek. You will always have a bad day if you tell yourself you're going to have a bad day. You will always despise Mondays if you tell yourself Mondays are bad. If you think that way, you will in turn react that way every single time. So it's a matter of just disciplining yourself to change your thought life, to get those patterns moving, which a morning time really inspires that. In my case, I would say that God truly speaks to me in that private time that I've set aside because He's always speaking to us, but it's a matter of just like a radio station. The radio station doesn't end when you've tuned out. You just have to tune back in to have it play again. It's the same thing. So once we tune in and really get direction for our lives, it encourages us and inspires us to keep on going and keep moving forward. So there's that. I would say have that personal time. Number 2 would be to invest into relationships. A lot of people, I know younger people some people have a lot of friends. Some people, a lot of you guys that follow me for my gaming content, you don't have the biggest group of friends because you're more of an introvert, which I am as well. So I completely understand that. The best case scenario is to have an inner circle Whether it's one person or 5 people, it doesn't really matter, but you need an inner circle of people that are better than you. You never want to be the smartest person in the room, ever. Now, I know there are some people that you can impact or change for the better, but as far as who you spend most of your time with, always seek out relationships of people that are positive people that are inspiring you, encouraging you. Because if you hang out with people who are always negative and bashing you, or judging the things that you do, or looking down upon you, it's really going to bring you down to their level. I know sometimes you want to change them, but it's like, a spoiled apple, or one bad apple spoils the whole bunch, but you've never heard that one good apple makes all the rest of them good again, right? It just doesn't happen that way. So invest into relationships of people that are on your level, so coworkers, classmates, things of that nature. Have an inner circle of friends that are on your level so that you can sharpen them as they sharpen you, like iron sharpens iron for swords. That's a great way to describe it. Have people that sharpen you, have people that you're sharpening, and it's constantly like rams butting heads, but you're growing, if that makes sense. You're always challenging and growing and calling each other up. Not calling each other out, but calling each other up on your level. Have people that are over you. Have mentors, have leaders, have pastors, have counselors, have teachers. Find people that will invest into you and pour down into you. People that you can honor. People that are of higher level, that you can honor their office, if that makes sense. So if they're a school teacher, or a certified counselor, or if they're a pastor of a church, whatever it is, find someone who can invest and pour into you so that they can help call you up and grow you. And then as well, for the people that you decide, if you're at the level where you're ready to mentor somebody else and you have people that are under you, whether it's at work or school or whatever, you have people that you're teaching or you're leading or you're inspiring, and most people do, even if you don't know it. You usually have somebody that you're mentoring or training. So for those people, make sure that you're choosing the right people. There's no reason to throw pearls before swine. There's no reason to feed the dogs, if that makes sense. If someone is just not willing to learn or become better, there's no reason in wasting your time with someone like that, if that makes sense. If they're eager to learn, those are the ones that you can give them the wink and call them up even more to a higher standard. I do think that lower standards do lower the culture. So definitely keep higher standards for the people that you're training up as well. It's all about who's around you. Who are you around? Who are you surrounding yourself with? You hear it all the time. Show me your 5 closest friends and I'll see where you will be in 5 years. It's absolutely true. Who you spend the most time with will determine where you go. Period. Even what your interests are. The people you spend your time with, you'll usually want to develop yourself into jump into their hobbies, try their things, try whatever they do, and maybe you end up loving it or liking it, or find other people that do the same thing, and then y'all all go and pursue it somehow. I mean, it's just how relationships work. So find people that sharpen you. That was number 2. So number 3, yearn for wisdom. Wisdom comes through experience. Now, thankfully, experience doesn't have to be our own. So you can always get experience through books. You can get experience through secondhand sources. I'm a youngest brother. I have 2 older brothers. I got to see the mistakes that they made in life, the successes that they achieved in life. And through that, I was able to filter out, okay, this is good. This is not so good. I was able to discern and figure those things out because I had people who have already blazed the trail. They've made the way before me. And so I can kind of take that and use it to apply to my own life in order that I can benefit off of their own experience. It doesn't have to be your own. You don't have to go through something yourself to realize that it's good or bad. You don't have to run through a stoplight and get into a T-bone car crash to know that, hey, you probably shouldn't run red lights. It doesn't have to be your own experience. That's the greatest thing. So yearn for and strive for wisdom above all else. Wisdom is not only knowledge. Knowledge is just the knowing of something. There's a higher level than knowledge, and that is called understanding. So with knowledge, you know how to do something. Understanding, you understand how to apply it. And then wisdom is when you truly go out and it becomes an active understanding. So you go out and do it. I have all the knowledge of how to run a successful YouTube channel, or how to plan a church, or how to be a fitness entrepreneur or gym owner. I have all of this knowledge, but I'm not there yet. I've never truly done it. I don't even know what it looks like. I don't have the wisdom that the elderly people have done that have done those things. They know it. They've done it. They've lived it before. They have wisdom in those areas. And so I can seek for and receive the knowledge from them so that I can develop understanding and ultimately let it lead to wisdom. Walk with the wise and become wise. That was the defining verse for me that determined my positivity. I was never like this. I want you guys to know I was never like this. I was always the one who hated anything social, anything going out with friends. I hated it. I just wanted to stay home, play video games, lock myself in my room, and not talk to anybody. Like, I hated so many things. I hated people. I hated situations. I hated I hated stuff. I was never really this positive, and I didn't let forgiveness into my heart. Forgiveness is a big aspect of not only living your fullest life, but living in a realm of positivity. You have to forgive people. You have to let go of grudges and let that weight off of your back as well. But walk with the wise and become wise. Find people who are wise and try and live with them. Not like literally live with them, but walk with the people who are wise. Don't spend your time, don't waste your time with people that are, you know, don't waste your time with people who aren't wise. Period. Just don't. I know that it's one thing to have an acquaintance and it's another thing to have a relationship. There are people you'll come across that aren't they're not the smartest people in the world, but you still do life together with them on a certain basis. Maybe they're a coworker you have to do a certain project with. Maybe you have to work with them in school for something somehow. Maybe, there's always people like that you come across. That's great that you're getting that experience and meeting new people and getting to show love to people like that, but don't let them into your inner circle. They don't deserve to be there. I know that sounds like some sort of selfish, but truly, if you want to be the best you and be the most positive you have to be around positive people. You have to set out a time block where you think positively. You let all of the crap and stress of the world off of your mind and you meditate about it. You write down your goals and achievements and the things that you want to accomplish, your dreams and your desires. Write them down and seek and go out and pursue them. And then also acquire knowledge. Read books, find people, experience from people who've already experienced it, and develop wisdom. Walk with the wise. That's all I gotta say. I'm just saying, I love positivity. I think there are a lot of people who, there's people who will say like, I'm just trying to be real. I'm not optimistic because I'm just real. And usually that's just a cop-out for being negative. So I do want to throw that out there as well. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you do enjoy this style of video, please be sure to leave a like on it. It means the world to me and tells me that you actually like this stuff. And comment down below what your thoughts are or how, what it is for you. What influenced your positivity? Let me know down in the comments below, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.